Alex here with another review. This time we're taking a look at the ShadowGPS tracker. They claim that this tiny little device can make tracking your vehicle very easy. It installs in minutes and allows you to see where your vehicle is at and where it's been. It can also send you alerts to your phone if it detects that the vehicle is speeding, crash detection, and also geofencing if you want to be notified if your vehicle has left a particular area. So I'll put a link to this tracker in the description down below, but now let me show you how this works. And this is probably the easiest tracker to install. All I have to do is plug it into the vehicle's OBD2 port and it's ready to go. And the OBD2 port is located on the lower footwell on the driver's part of the vehicle. Vehicles from 1996 and up have it, including some EV vehicles. And if you wanted to fully conceal the tracker, that can be done with the splitter cable. Let me show you how this is installed. First, I'm gonna remove this OBD2 connector, and that is very easy. All I do is I use a little piece of plastic, in this case, this little pry tool to pry on the side, and that releases the connector so I can pull it right out of its location. Now I can take the splitter cable and connect it to the OBD port. And that's the cool thing about the splitter cable. Now I can take the ShadowGPS tracker and I can connect it to one of the ends, and then I can hide this end deep inside the dash where this won't be visible. Then I can take the other end that's free and insert it back into where I pull my old connector so it looked like nothing ever happened here. So that splitter cable allows for a full stealth installation while still also leaving the OBD2 port accessible, which is important if you're planning to take your vehicle to the dealer for service. Sometimes they have to plug in a diagnostic tool right there so they still can service your vehicle, while there's a hidden tracker inside so you can monitor if somebody decides to get funny with the car and take it out for a spin. I'll put a link to that splitter cable in the description down below in case you need one. And if you wanted to place the tracker in a different place of the vehicle like the trunk, an adapter like this can be used. And this cable is called an OBD Power adapter, so I can tap for power in a different place of the vehicle, and now I can take the ShadowGPS tracker and place it in a different location of the car, different or separate from the front of the vehicle. And the OBD Power adapter cable has only two wires on the other end, positive and negative, and that means that this can also be used to use the ShadowGPS tracker on vehicles that do not have an OBD2 port, because again, all I have to do is connect this to power and now I can use my GPS tracker. And the ShadowGPS app is fairly simple to use. It shows you the current vehicle location on a map, which right now I heavily zoomed in, and also gives you the address right here, or where the vehicle is located at, and also where it came from. Now, as far as the map, you can customize how that is seen if you want to see the road names, satellites, or as a hybrid, and also map filters such as geofence. You could also give the vehicle a nickname, which is especially helpful if you're managing a fleet of vehicles or multiple vehicles. And under vehicle, you can also see some health status, such as whether you are running low on fuel and also whether your battery is about to be drained. And what's pretty cool, it also monitors your engine. So if you have a code such as a DTC, it will tell you that a check engine light has been triggered and what the code is. And you can also choose to share your vehicle location and select how long you want to share that location for. And under timeline, you can also see a history of where the vehicle has been. And this is especially helpful if you are looking to track the history of the vehicle and its locations. You could also use the play feature to actually play back the drive in real time, and you can see on here how the system is updating the location of the vehicle as it travels, which again gives you an idea of where the vehicle has been and also its speed or what it particularly was doing at a time. But you may not want to see the entire drive playback, so you could always tap this icon just to see an entire overview of where the vehicle traveled. And under dashboard, you can find a summary, in this case, of the last 30 days of driving, where it includes the total distance driven, total travel time, and idle time. The summary also includes speed information, such as average speed and also the maximum speed that the vehicle has been at. Especially helpful if you're trying to monitor how the vehicle has been driven under habits. You can see that there were a total of 98 times of rapid acceleration and 122 times of hard braking. And here's an overview of all the things that the tracker can notify you of, starting off with geofencing alerts. If your vehicle leaves a particular area, you will get a notification. Also curfew alert if the vehicle is driven outside of the hours that you allowed. and you can also get an alert if somebody removes the device. There is also a speed alert if you want to be notified of excessive speeding, trip activity alerts when the vehicle starts moving and when it ends. This particularly can be very helpful to know when somebody is using the vehicle. Same thing with harsh driving alerts. You can get notified when somebody has a driving habit that you want to be notified about, and impact detection alerts. Now this one's going to be helpful if you want to enter a number over here to be notified in the case that your vehicle experiences an impact or a collision. And you also get vehicle health alerts such as the fuel level, and you can customize when you want to be notified of that low fuel, or if you want it to be notified of your vehicle's battery being low, which can be helpful to prevent getting stranded, and also being notified if all of a sudden you get a check engine light and there's a code detected on the system. And also, if your car is being towed, you can get a notification for that too as well. And under profile, you can share access to the tracker if you want somebody else to also be able to see the tracker, and also manage the number of trackers that you have, and also the fleet of vehicles that you have in case you're moving the tracker from one vehicle to another. And here's a couple of last important things. If the tracker is being used with that OBD2 splitter, it is important that the tracker be secure while it's hidden in the dash. If the tracker is just hidden in the dash and it's kind of left dangling around, the crash detection won't work as well. Now, it's important to point out that GPS trackers do require a subscription because they are connected to the network. That way they can send real-time alerts to your phone. Now, this guy does come with a 14-day trial. That way you can try all of its features and how it works. Now, the subscription price is roughly about $15 a month, but you can save a little money if you get a yearly package as opposed to paying monthly. And if you want to use the OBD Power Cable to power the ShadowGPS device, you may be wondering, how are these two wires connected to the vehicle to pull for power? And there's several ways of doing it. I have made a video of how I tap for power on a vehicle. I'll put a link to that video in the description down below. Here's how I prepare the OBD Power Cable. I start by removing some of the insulation off the black wire using a wire stripping tool. Then I slide a terminal onto the black wire and I secure it using a crimping tool. Link to both tools in the description down below. And for the red wire, I'm also gonna add a fuse holder. Same as before, I prepare the wire using my stripping tool, and then I can place the wire inside of a splice terminal. Now I can crimp this side of the terminal using my crimping tool. And now I can crimp the other end of the terminal again with the tool. And this end will go to ground, which is a metallic surface on the car's body. I typically find a bolt that I can loosen, then I can slide this guy in, giving me ground. And the end with the fuse holder will go to 12 volts power. So overall, I think this is a pretty easy way to track your vehicle and also keep historical data about it, especially if you're using this for tracking either teens using your vehicle or perhaps managing a fleet of rental vehicles. So I'll put a link to this tracker in the description down below in case you want to get one for yourself. And if you guys have any other questions regarding the ShadowGPS device, please put that in the comments also. If you found any part of this video helpful, make sure you hit the like button to support the channel, and stay tuned as I have a lot more reviews coming up. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.